In a moment that caught the attention of the entire world, former US President Donald Trump made a powerful statement during a Diwali ceremony at the White House, sending a direct message to India and Pakistan. His words echoed far beyond the celebration's lights and colors, touching on one of the most sensitive issues in South Asian politics: the relationship between two nuclear-armed neighbors, India and Pakistan. Standing before a crowd of dignitaries, Trump said, "There should be no war with Pakistan." This single line instantly sparked discussions in diplomatic circles and across global media, reviving memories of past tensions and Trump's role in international peace negotiations. During his speech, Trump reflected on several key moments from his presidency, making the bold claim that he personally intervened to prevent a potential war between India and Pakistan. He recounted a phone conversation with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during which he claims he worked to de-escalate rising tensions following military confrontations and border incidents. According to Trump, his timely involvement helped cool tempers and prevent what could have become a major regional conflict. "I stopped the war between Pakistan and India," Trump declared proudly, emphasizing that he had stopped not one but multiple wars during his time in office. He went on to say, "I have stopped 8 wars so far, and most of them were stopped through trade and negotiation, not by force." His statement reflected his long-held belief in peace through strength, a phrase often used during his administration to describe his foreign policy philosophy. The audience listened carefully as Trump continued to explain how economic leverage, rather than military action, had helped him manage global tensions. He referred to his meetings with world leaders, highlighting that strong diplomacy and fair trade could prevent conflict more effectively than threats or sanctions. It was a theme he had repeated often, that America's power comes not just from its military but from its ability to influence nations through strategic partnerships. Trump's claim about stopping the Indo Pak conflict immediately drew attention in India, Pakistan, and the international press. Analysts began debating how much truth there was to his statement. While there was indeed a period of heightened tension between the two countries following the Pulwama attack and Balakot airstrike in 2019, it's unclear how directly Trump's intervention influenced the outcome. Still, his assertion that 7 planes were shot down in the Indo-Pak War referenced the aerial dogfights that occurred between the two nations during that crisis, an incident that had both sides on edge for days. During his speech, Trump also touched on other global issues, including his stance on Russia and energy policy. He claimed that under his leadership, India agreed to reduce its oil imports from Russia, a significant statement given the complex web of trade and diplomacy linking the 3 nations. "India will not buy more oil from Russia," he said, linking it to his broader effort to strengthen the US-India partnership while maintaining pressure on Moscow. The Diwali ceremony itself was filled with light, music, and cultural celebration, but Trump's speech turned it into a stage for global politics. He praised the Indian-American community for their contributions to the United States and spoke about the deep ties between the two countries. Yet, amid the festive atmosphere, his warnings about potential conflict and his reflections on peace gave the event a much more serious tone. For many, Trump's message was clear. He was reminding the world of his influence and his role in maintaining global stability. Throughout his presidency, he often emphasized his efforts to prevent wars, citing examples like North Korea, the Middle East, and Afghanistan. He presented himself as a leader who could bring adversaries to the negotiating table and secure peace through unconventional methods. Supporters of Trump hailed his comments as proof of his diplomatic strength, arguing that his direct communication style and willingness to talk to any world leader made him an effective peacemaker. Critics, however, accused him of exaggerating his achievements, suggesting that his claims were part of his ongoing effort to maintain relevance in global politics. Regardless of which side one believes, there's no denying that Trump's statements once again placed him at the center of international conversation. In India, political commentators noted that Trump's remarks came at a time when tensions with Pakistan remain a persistent concern. Although open conflict has been avoided in recent years, both nations continue to maintain a heavy military presence along the line of control. Trump's claim that he prevented war reminded many of his earlier offers to mediate between India and Pakistan, a proposal that New Delhi had firmly rejected, insisting that the issue of Kashmir and other disputes were strictly bilateral. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, the statement was seen as validation of the idea that international mediation plays a crucial role in maintaining regional peace. Some Pakistani analysts praised Trump for recognizing the dangers of escalation and acknowledging the importance of dialogue. Others viewed his comments with skepticism, pointing out that his administration's foreign policy often favored India strategically. The global reaction to Trump's Diwali remarks was swift. Major news outlets across the United States, Europe, and Asia picked up the story. Social media platforms buzzed with discussions about Trump's self-proclaimed record of stopping wars. Videos of his speech circulated widely, sparking debates about his legacy as a world leader. What stood out most, however, was the underlying message that peace is fragile and must be actively protected. Whether or not Trump personally prevented conflict, his statement highlighted how quickly tensions can rise between nations with complex histories, and how essential dialogue remains. In an era of shifting alliances and new geopolitical realities, even symbolic gestures can carry significant weight. As Trump concluded his speech, he tied his reflections back to the spirit of Diwali, the festival of light that symbolizes the triumph of good over evil, knowledge over ignorance, and peace over conflict. "We celebrate light," he said, "and with light comes hope." Those words resonated with the audience, reminding everyone that beyond politics and diplomacy, there lies a universal desire for peace. This story is not just about a statement made at a political event. It's about the balance of power, the fragility of peace, and the ever-changing nature of leadership on the world stage. When a leader like Donald Trump speaks, the world listens, not just for what he says, but for what his words could mean for the future. His claim of stopping wars may be controversial, but it once again highlights the influence the United States continues to hold over global peace and stability. In the end, whether you agree or disagree with Trump's version of events, one thing remains clear: the conversation about peace between India and Pakistan is far from over. The hope for stability in South Asia continues to depend on wise diplomacy, mutual understanding, and restraint from both sides. And as world leaders celebrate occasions like Diwali, the message of light overcoming darkness remains just as relevant, both in spirit and in global politics.